And what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It is your boy Cheap Ludes, and I am back with another tips video. We're going to be doing pretty much XP and market, as I do almost every Wednesday or Thursday, in preparation for the new packs that are dropping tomorrow, which more than likely are going to be Idols packs. I have my theories on who it's going to be, but I'll talk about that later. So first things first, let's go over to XP, and we'll start talking about XP. If you don't care about XP, etc., I would skip 2 minutes ahead in the video, and I will be moving on to like the market and some other things. But as far as XP goes, as you can see, I'm only a level 17. I honestly haven't been grinding for XP very much. I've just been kind of playing unlimited, doing gameplay videos, etc. But even just doing that, I'm already at a level 17. So we got some new dailies. Play Graham triple threat, make 5 layups with a 20 NBA player. That's pretty easy. None of them have very high driving dunks, so just use someone like Chris Paul or like that and play some triple threat offline. You should be good to go. Get 3 steals in a single game of domination with a single player. Just use someone with a high steal tendency. So we got these. These I haven't done. They're all pretty easy, like 10 3-pointers over multiple games with Bradley Beal, like 15 layups with Markelle Fultz. Score 10 points in a tip-off, or with tip-off Buddy Hield in a single triple threat challenge game. For whatever reason, this seems to be glitched, and I've done it like 6 times, and it doesn't seem to work. So I would just go attempt to do it once, and if it doesn't register, just leave it alone. Legitimately, like, not even kidding. There's a couple other ones that are the same way. I unfortunately was dumb and I sold James Worthy before playing 80 minutes with him, so it's not worth going to spend all that MT to get him back. I'll end up doing that later on when he's super cheap. But we got the Dunkers challenges as well. If you have some of the Dunkers players, some of these are pretty easy. Double-double with Isaiah Ryder. Just go play on rookie. You should be good to go. Then we got the week 1 stuff. I haven't done much of those either. The Zion challenges, these are pretty easy if you go play on rookie. You should be good to go. It's just 2 dunks in a single game and score 20 points in a single game. You can probably get all 3 of these done in one game if you haven't. Let's see. We got the tip-off threat challenges, which you just have to complete them all, and triple threat offline ones, which I've talked about before. In another one of my videos, I just haven't done them, to be honest. I just been playing a lot of unlimited, trying to get better and do gameplays and stuff. Then we got our Emerald reward stuff. This one's actually pretty cool. Make 5 layups with Avery Bradley in a triple threat offline game, pretty easy. 2 free throws with Posey. Just literally just keep driving. Play on a higher difficulty, just keep driving, and eventually you'll get fouled. 75 points with Kurt Rambis sounds like it's not very fun. 40 rebounds with Mark Mahorn. Did I say Mark Mahorn? Rick Mahorn. And then JJ Redick, hit 43 pointers. I've talked about him before. I don't think it'll happen tomorrow, but I think it'll happen next week, because we'll be getting a Sapphire one, and the week after that we're getting a Ruby one, and then the week after that we're getting an Amethyst one. And I think the week after that we'll get our first Diamond reward market challenges as well. So just keep that in mind. If you're sitting kind of where I'm at right now with a lot of tokens, and you're sitting kind of like right over here, I would go ahead and just wait to buy any of the Amethyst players. Like, the reason I'm waiting to buy Amethyst guys is I'm waiting for like the Amethyst challenge to come up, and then once the Amethyst reward challenges come up for XP, then I'll like go buy those players, because none of these guys are guys that I really particularly want on my team. I do feel like Joakim Noah is almost a foregone conclusion to actually be one of those players. It's just a matter of like when that occurs. I'm not sure, but to be completely honest, I feel like him is probably the most likely candidate for it. So that being said, I would just wait to spend any of your tokens on players, to be completely honest with you. And I just have a sneaking suspicion that I'm going to go and like buy a bunch of these players, and then they're going to be the wrong guys for different challenges, so I'm just going to chill on that. As far as Ruby guys, same goes. We're going to get Ruby challenges, and it's probably going to be all the guys we didn't get challenges for before, with Brent Berry, Joe Barry Carroll, and Danny Manning in the mix. Same with Sapphires. Like, it'll be like Al Harrington, Truck Robinson, Daniel Gibson, and then like a bunch of guys. Probably like Scott Pollard and like Tom Sanders, dudes nobody bought before. And then I feel like for sure we're getting our first Diamond challenges this like this season anyway. I'm honestly surprised they didn't update the diamond token market. Like, I think that was kind of weird, and I feel like eventually they will. Like, because they updated the pink diamond one, and they haven't put anything in the opal one yet, so I feel like that'll be next season. And the token market's still closed, so that's kind of weird. So let's start talking about the market real quick, and the reason for that is we are getting new packs tomorrow, as you are aware. So the market right now is going to be a little bit hectic, and the reason I say that is everyone's going to be kind of dumping their unused cards just to get ready for tomorrow, whatever comes out. So certain guys are going to be a lot cheaper, like Paul George, I'm guessing, is a lot cheaper. Yeah, there's an 85,000 one that hasn't even been sold yet. Oh, I guess, yeah. He's about the same. I thought he'd be down a little bit. I think later tonight and early tomorrow before the packs come out, Paul George will probably dip to about 60, 70K. And I'm kind of warming a little bit up more towards Paul George. I still don't think he's worth around 100K, but if you can get him down to like 60, 70K at this stage in the game, it's not really too bad. I believe Kristaps has dipped in price too, and I don't think anything with the packs has to do with that. I think it's just because we got Karl Anthony Towns, and Karl Anthony Towns is like pretty good option there, and you can get him for around 20K, and Kristaps is still probably one of the most annoying cards in the game, so he's definitely somebody I would look at. Michael Cooper has kind of risen in price quite a bit, but I talk about Michael Cooper a lot. That's just because he's arguably the best 3-and-D guy in this game right now. 20,000 is a little bit too expensive for him right now, so if you have Michael Cooper, wouldn't be a terrible idea to go sell him, especially if you're not using him in the lineup, because 20K is pretty substantial for an amethyst at this stage. And to be completely honest with you, I think we're going to get a lot more two guards here pretty soon. I think the two guard position is something that we're going to start to see a lot more of. We're going to see a lot more power forwards and two guards here in the next few weeks, and that's kind of my opinion there. Darren Williams is going for under 100K, which is absurd. He's definitely worth the pickup. Okay, wait, why does this one have like a... Oh, is he badged out? Oh, he's got 7 Hoff badges. Acrobat, Dimer, Tight Handles, Unpluckable. Oh. Yeah, they're not even really that good. They gave him Gold Clamps, Gold Interceptor. Oh, yeah, he's badged out to the max. Yeah. That's actually good. That's why he's so expensive. Okay, that makes sense. They badged him out super hard. All right, anyways. Darren Williams is a good pickup, to be completely honest with you, especially if you're in need of point guard help. Stockton, I think, is still pretty expensive, but I will go on record and say that John Wall is very, very good, but I think John Stockton overall is the better point guard, just simply for the fact that he also has like a three-point shooter element to his game. I don't think it's worth paying 100,000 MT for him, but if you got it, hey, go grab it. LeBron James, if you have him, now's the best time to sell him. I mean, obviously, he's going for 200,000. That makes me sick because I locked this set in for... Oh, that makes me really sad. But yeah, he's a really good card to sell right now. Magic Johnson's a good card to sell right now. He's going for over 100K. Any of these tip-off guys are good. Like I said, I've sold Worthy. I sold Pete Maravich just because I don't use them, and they're going for like way too much. Let's see what Darius Miles is up to. Darius Miles is going for like an amethyst level price, and he's actually a really, really good defensive diamond to play at the power forward position. He's basically like a budget Josh Smith. I think 40,000 is a good price for Darius Miles, though I would say using like Boris Diaw or like who's the other guy? There's another guy, Bargnani. Rafe LaFrance is probably a better option, but if you're in need of like a combo forward, like Darius Miles for 40 isn't a bad idea. And honestly, if you have Darius Miles and you're not using them, like now's a pretty good time to get rid of them. As far as the dunkers guys go, I made a couple gameplay videos. Isaiah Ryder is incredibly good, especially for his price, around 70K. There's not very many good two guards that do what he does necessarily. Available for like 70K. You are going to have to do some badge work on him though, like put some clamps badges on him and stuff like that. He does need that. Desmond Mason is pretty good. He's fun to play with, but he's not worth the price. Like legitimately, he's not. If you have him, it's not it's kind of tough to see what to do with him, because if you have him, like, yeah, you can get a quick 60K right now, but at the same time, at the end of the season, once the pack reward is out, which they kind of hurt the value of all the cards by revealing that it is J.R. Smith and it's not like a very sought after card. He's still pretty good though. If you need a nice defensive power forward option, and you're a rim running type player, Larry Kanan is really, really good. He's got good badges. I mean, Showtime is his Hoff badge, which isn't great, but he has like Relentless Finisher, Pickpocket, Pogo. He comes standard with Silver Clamps, Trapper, Quick First Step. He is a really good card. You can upgrade a lot of his stats. A lot of his defensive badges and stuff like that can be upgraded as well. And you can give him some shooting badges. He doesn't have the greatest shot, but you can work. Spud Webb is what? How tall is Spud Webb? 5'7". You're probably not going to use him in real life. Like, let's be real here. Other than that, you know, all the guys that I've talked about in the past, these guys are all like really cheap or really expensive. It just kind of depends. Like Sleepy Floyd is like a really good budget point guard option, but he's kind of gone up in price by a significant margin. So if you have Sleepy Floyd and he's not locked in, you're probably never going to get this kind of value for him. So it might not be a terrible idea to sell him, get 20K. Even if you use him in your lineup, you could sell him, get 20K, go grab like Byron Scott, who Byron Scott's really good. You can get him for like pennies, essentially. That being said, if you want to sell Michael Cooper, Bruce Bowen is not a terrible replacement. I like Bruce Bowen quite a bit. Let me find... I'm not, because he's a shooting guard. But he doesn't come with clamps. Let me see if you can upgrade clamps on him. I believe you can apply clamps to him, but... Ooh, that no clamps hurts Bruce Bowen. That doesn't make any sense. Why can't you put clamps on Bruce Bowen? So never mind, scratch that. If you have Klay Thompson though, Klay Thompson, it's still glitched out. And to be honest with you, you could get 50 to 70K for this man right now. And now's a really good time to get rid of him because he's only going to go down in price. Especially because, like I've been predicting, we're going to get a lot more 2 guards from these sets. All these season tip-off guys are still really cheap. I did a top 10, players under 20K. I've said Mike Dunleavy is a really, really good 3-point option. So if you're like a 3-point hunter and you run 5 out and you like to kick out to open shooters, Mike Dunleavy is extremely good value for 10, 12K. And you can additionally add a bunch of defensive and slashing badges to him. So it ends up being kind of a good investment because you can give him like Relentless Finisher, and he does have like decent stats, like a 75 driving dunks, not great, but it's okay. Like a 78 ball handles, okay. 80 perimeter defense is usable. He has a 69 defensive rebound, which is solid. You can add a shoe that boosts his speed a little bit and speed with ball because it's a little low, but you're not going to be ball handling with Mike Dunleavy. And he's got some pretty solid tendencies, I believe. Yeah, like a 50 pass intercept. The 5 on ball steal kind of sucks, but it's Mike Dunleavy. Like, what did you expect? 65 shot contest is okay. So he's a great budget sniper option. He comes standard with that bronze range too. James Harden's good. I've talked about him. I've talked about Buddy Hield. Buddy Hield is one of the best budget snipers in this game. He does have that steady, which kind of hurts him, but you can grab him for like 6K. Karl Anthony Towns is an absolute monster. If you've been watching my gameplay videos, Karl Anthony Towns is insane. Not only as like a spot-up shooter that you can kick out to while running 5 out, but also he's gone up quite a bit in price, but you can still get him for around 25K. He's incredible defensively. He has I don't know what's up. Is his block really high or something? I mean, he has a 79 block, but he has a 73 speed, 73 acceleration, which is super duper high for a big man. Like, yeah, Moses Malone is a little faster, but Cat feels faster, and his lateral quickness is at a 56, which is really good for a big man. He honestly just feels like a better version of Kristaps. Like, Kristaps has that body type, but Karl Anthony Towns, plus with that 80 shot contest tendency, even if you're not controlling him, he's at least going to throw contests up at people driving the rim, and that's going to help quite a bit. But if you've been watching my gameplays, like, I'll get over it. I'll block so many shots with Karl Anthony Towns just because he's got that speed and those long arms. and he can knock down the three, especially if you upgrade like flexible shooter and a few flexible release and a few other badges. He's absolutely incredible. I've talked about Jay Williams a lot. Jay Williams is nice. He's a super good rim running offensive point guard. You can't give him clamps or anything, so you're gonna have to hide him with someone like Marcus Smart there or Michael Cooper to like take the brunt of their best offensive player. But he's good on budget squads. Bargnani's really good. He has a nice jump shot. I prefer Rafe LaFrance. That's just me though. Rafe is a little bit better in my opinion. He does have that steady shooter badge, but he also has gold corner specialist, and if you're running Hawks freelance, that's where he's going to be majority of the time. Bargnani does not have that, and that's the kind of problem there. He does have the gold catch and shoot, and then I added like gold box and a couple rebounding badges to him and stuff like that just to help him out. But either way, good card, comes standard with flexible release. He has bronze range, which can't be upgraded. But honestly, Bargnani, you're just going to be shooting open corner shots and top of the key threes anyway, so it's not really that big of a deal. Shaq Diesel is somebody that I would recommend selling right now. His price has gone down because people realize like it's not the meta to use Shaq right now. So getting about 30K for him is probably a pretty good idea. Larry Johnson, honestly, Larry Johnson is really, really good, but is he worth 83,000 MT? No. No. I mean, if you like using them, cool, but you might as well get the 80K for him now. That's just me, though. I think legitimately that's probably your best bet. Danny Granger is really undervalued. He's not the greatest card in the world, but if you need like a corner sniper similar to Mike Dunleavy, Danny Granger also has some finishing badges. Main problem with Danny Granger is you can't add very many badges to him, and the ones you can aren't that important. They're like dimer and downhill, like handle for days. You can give him quick first step, space creator, stop and go, tight handles, unpluckable, and floor general though. So you can give him a lot of handling badges. He's just not really going to be there on defense. You're going to have to user control him. He is 6'9", got a good wingspan. He can put up contests, but he's just not going to do it on his own. Marcus Smart, great defensive card. I'll check. Let me see what kind of offensive badges you can add to him, because that's going to be important. He does have that Intimidator, Interceptor, and Clamps. But the only thing you can do is upgrade those badges. So you can't give him anything else, like, at all, which is kind of a bum. It's a bummer, honestly. RJ Barrett is really good as far as a emerald, but you can upgrade a pretty decent amount of badges, and you can add a lot of badges to him. Nothing incredibly important. Most of them are interior badges, but he does have good badges for an emerald, though. Like relentless finisher, consistent finisher, contact finisher, quick first step, like pick dodger, downhill, stop and go. As an emerald, really solid. Avoid Thon Maker at all costs. I've said it before, and I'll say it again. Bradley Beal is pretty good. Other than that, just get ready for tomorrow's pack opening, because tomorrow's pack openings are, I think they're going to be idols. We're getting our third idols player tomorrow. I don't know who that's going to be. Oh, Alonzo Mourning too. Yeah, sell Alonzo Mourning. Like, now's the time. 70K for Alonzo Mourning, 60. He'll never be this high. Time to get rid of him. Not kidding. Paul George, if you have him and you don't use him, get rid of him. If you have him and use him, then just keep him for now. Like I said, any cards you're not using that are high tier like this that can get you 60, 70K, it's always best to just get rid of them now and then buy them back later. That's something I learned in 2K20. So anyways, thanks for watching the video, guys. I appreciate you. Please don't forget to drop a like, comment down below with guys that you like and that guys that you're going to buy, and subscribe to the channel. Every subscription helps, so I appreciate you. Take it easy.